Just a few days ago, twin-stick shooter Sektori arrived on the eShop for the Switch 2. And even though it's gotten some rave reviews already, I do think this game's going a little bit under the radar. And I think that is a shame, because holy cow, this game is awesome. At first glance, Sektori's inspiration is pretty apparent. It's Geometry Wars for the modern era. It has the initial look of Geometry Wars, it plays quite a bit like that too, but truly, I feel like this is an evolution of those games. The game's various modes takes place in an arena where you're tasked with shooting down shape-based enemies and maximizing your score. In the campaign mode, the main mode of the game, you move with your left stick and auto fire in the direction that you push the right thumbstick in. Okay, so far, that is pretty standard fare. That's Geometry Wars in a nutshell. However, Sektori introduces several unique mechanics that help set it apart from those games. One of the key additions is the strike move, which allows players to charge through enemies and power-ups. After using a strike move, you'll need to wait through a 10-second cooldown before using it again, but you can also chain strikes together for even greater impact. There's various power-ups, or rather upgrades, that appear in the arena as you play. If you strike one of these, you'll bypass the cooldown period of your strikes, which will let you be able to strike again immediately. By continually striking upgrades, you'll be able to perform strike after strike, and thus not only will you be able to defeat enemies quickly, you'll also rack up high scores. Once you get the hang of this, it can be a blast whipping around a field, destroying dozens of enemies within seconds. The upgrade pickups themselves allow you to improve 6 attributes for your ship: speed, score, strike, shield, missiles, and the blaster. If you pick up an upgrade, you can press the R button to immediately upgrade your ship, in this case, the speed. But if you wait and pick up additional ones, then you can cash them in for other upgrades. So if you obtain 2 upgrade pickups, you can upgrade your score. 3 upgrade pickups, your strikes. 4 upgrade pickups will allow you to upgrade your shield, and so on and so forth. You can upgrade these attributes several times during a run. Essentially, cashing in the upgrades is like the upgrade system in the Gradius series of games. In addition to the upgrade pickups, depending on the difficulty setting that you have set, you'll need to look out for letters that you can obtain to form certain words, those being Mirage, Sektori, and Revolution. By spelling out those words, you can enter a temporary rainbow state that powers up all your abilities up to max, allowing you to quickly deal with enemies and maximize your high score. It isn't easy to achieve, but that state is well worth going for. Beyond that, there's upgrade cards too. Before each run, you'll need to choose a total of 8 decks, to which you can pull cards from after collecting a yellow power-up. These cards can grant you additional upgrades beyond the ones found in the standard upgrade system, like drones, or the ability to shoot in multiple directions at the same time. Finally, the field itself evolves and changes throughout a run, and this is where Sektori gets to really show off its flashy visuals, with lots of crazy patterns and lots of chaos going on. It looks absolutely amazing, and on Switch 2, it plays at 60 FPS at a flawless level. The only hitch to the whole experience that is Sektori is that the game doesn't seem to fully explain every nuance of the game, and certain strategies or mechanics might seem a bit confusing at first to wrap your head around. It's also an extremely challenging game. Sektori throws a lot at you very quickly, and it will kick your butt. But keep at it, trust me, you'll get the hang of it. You will get better. And once you do get the hang of things, Sektori becomes really freaking addictive and lots of fun to master. But there's more than just the campaign mode to play. After completing the first world on experience difficulty in campaign mode, you'll unlock the first few challenge modes. From there, additional challenge modes can be unlocked by earning a certain amount of D ranks within all the challenge modes. These challenge modes introduce alternate roles, unique limitations, and various different scoring strategies that you'll need to adapt to and take advantage of. Unlike campaign mode, the deck system is not available in any of these modes. Classic mode places you in a static arena where you can still shoot normally and execute strike abilities. In this mode, collecting special tokens allows you to upgrade your ship and recharge your shield. However, leaving these tokens uncollected increases your score multiplier, creating a strategic balance between maximizing points and collecting resources for survival. The key in this mode is knowing when to leave tokens alone for a higher multiplier and when to collect them for shield recovery or ship upgrades. In Surge mode, your ship has two forms, a weak form and a strong one. By collecting tokens, you can switch to your strong form temporarily to increase your firepower and quickly take out enemies. Now don't forget to chain your strikes in order to get those high scores. Obviously in this one, it's all about surviving until you get the next token, and quickly using your powered up form to make enough space for you to survive until you get the next one. I found this mode to be pretty fun. In Gates mode, you're unable to shoot or even do a strike. Instead, you must fly through gates in order to defeat enemies. Each time you fly through a gate, it creates an explosion that's able to take out enemies. The strategy for this mode is simple. Maximize each explosion's impact to rack up the highest score possible. I have to admit, this mode is pretty darn challenging, but hey, at least it'll help you work on your maneuvering skills. In Crash mode, you're unable to shoot as well, but at least you can do strikes. In fact, strikes are the focus in this mode. You must use your strikes in order to clear through enemies and score points. You can strike to score tokens, and your strike reloads in order to create chains. In this mode, a new high score token will always spawn when no other tokens remain, so make sure to collect those to maximize your points. In Assault mode, you can control the difficulty of the mode. Each time you collect a token, it will spawn the next set of enemies. You can opt to take out the enemies first and then collect the spawn token, or keep on collecting the tokens to keep spawning enemies in. You only have 3 minutes in this mode to play. Obviously, more enemies means higher score chances, so playing too passive will not get you the best scores on the leaderboard here in this mode. The final challenge mode, Boss Rush, is fairly straightforward. You battle through all the game's main bosses in sequence. You can increase the difficulty here by selecting which generation of bosses to face, with higher generations featuring stronger versions of campaign bosses. To unlock the tougher generations, you'll first need to encounter at least one stronger boss generation during the campaign. Beyond the challenge modes that you can unlock, there are medals that you can earn. Basically, they are achievements. And as you unlock them, you can unlock additional unlockables like decks to use in campaign mode, as well as customization options for your ship. Each mode has online leaderboards that you can challenge, so there's some definite meat here on the bone for those who are willing to put in the work. Sektori is great. It's an excellent evolution of what Geometry Wars brought to the table years ago. There's lots of strategy and scoring chances to take advantage of in this one. On surface, it's simple to understand, it's easy to pick up and play, but there's plenty here to master. Also, this game has some definite meat to it, with various challenge modes to play, medals and unlockables to earn, and online leaderboards to challenge. If you love a good shooter, then Sektori for Switch 2 is a must-get. If you love chasing high scores, then you'll love this game, and you'll find yourself coming back to it quite often. It looks fantastic on Switch 2. Again, 60 FPS without any hitches, and the techno soundtrack that backs the game is pretty good too. The only knock I have against the game is that I wish the game explained things better in terms of the new mechanics. But once you get used to the new mechanics, you will have a blast. This game is easily one of the best shooters that you can get on the platform. Currently, you can get this on the eShop for $14.99 USD. It's priced pretty good in my view. Anyway, that's it for Sektori. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on notifications so you do not miss out on any future videos. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon on the next video.